Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to the Smite commentary. This time around it is going to be a Ratatoskr in Clash. You've seen it before, I've done it before. I just had to get a quick one out and this one is, as you probably noticed, quite short, but that's fine. I also wanted to show off the new Ratatoskr skin. It is a little tiny reindeer Ratatoskr. Looks pretty cool. There's a decent voice pack to it. I probably still prefer the Ratatoskr skin, and that's just because, well, it is just awesome. It has the defend middle, and it also has just, I don't know. I just like the skin in general. The fact that he looks like a little Fenrir makes me so happy. He's awesome. Okay, so to start off, we are against a lot of damage. On our early game, Zeus, even Ymir does a lot of damage early game. Loki not so much, but Loki's still annoying to deal with because, well, he's Loki and nobody likes him. And a soul, but that should be fine. I'm going for a bluestone start, and that's more because I'm not sure yet if I really prefer it more than I do just starting with your acorn immediately. Because at this stage I would have had my acorn already if I went for it immediately. I feel like the bluestone does help a lot because it provides you some additional mana and additional damage. Ooh, I caught him out of his stun. As you can see, it also does a decent amount of additional damage. If I had two abilities on him, it will deal 2 times, well, actually 4 times 13 additional damage to the Loki, which is 54 damage. Might not seem a lot, but it can definitely add up if you are able to kinda hit all your abilities. And since I have 3 that deal damage, that's definitely not a bad thing. Looks like they're rotating our side. Honor not able to confirm that knock up. Maybe I can get the honor. Nice sanctuary by the honor. I used my purification beads preemptive to make sure that I didn't get frozen by the Ymir to try and secure the kill on the honor. Nice sanctuary will save his life though. That's my mistake, to be honest. I missed my 3. If I confirmed that one, it would definitely have been a kill because he would not have been able to use the sanctuary to survive, as well as he would have taken more damage from my 3, and it would have, well, I think my 2 would have been enough to confirm that kill. He might be able to pick up that kill on the Ymir. Doesn't look like it just yet. I don't think he has his 2 up, so the enemy Ymir will be able to get out of it, but it's going to be fine. Let's just clear this one and head back to the base. Even though I don't have to back to the base to get my acorn, I prefer to back this time because I was also quite low on mana and HP and I didn't really want to use my potions. So I'll still have those up as well as have my acorn and I'll be able to just head back out. That's fine. Yeah. This is going to be a short video. Well, it is a short video, as you probably noticed already. But the reason for it is because I bought Pokemon Moon and I've been playing it a lot. So I didn't have as much time as I wanted to record. But that's fine, I will make sure that I'll take more time for that as well. Let's see if we can get something going. Let's dunk down immediately, go for the Loki. And I will be able to pick him up. Took a lot of damage. Doesn't look like Zeus Detonate will be enough. Fortunately enough, they will be able to pick up my teammates. Bit of an unfortunate situation, but in the end it is a 2 for 2. We didn't get first blood, so they will be ahead a little bit. But as you see, the experience, or just the gold in general, is actually pretty even. So even though we did lose first blood, still a lot go. Nice, hit the one. Yes! He's going to die. He didn't have purification beats up anymore because I forced him out last time. Was able to confirm all my abilities. And I do think that if I didn't have bluestone, I would not have gotten that kill. Because it was 3 abilities hit. So that was a good amount of additional damage. I could have confirmed an additional basic. But the longer it takes, the more time their teammates have to respond to it. But as you all know, I kind of like my Ratatoskr. I really like how he plays. He's just very good early on already. And sometimes that's really what you need. Because if you allow your enemies to get further into the game, sometimes you'll be in a way more difficult to spot. If you look at our team comparatively to theirs, the only one I feel like is really late game, well, strong late. Wow, I missed everything. And the only things that are strong late game on the opponent's side, or on our side, to be honest, probably just the Fafnir and the Noir. I feel like the early game or the mid game on our side is way better, but the late game, current late game, isn't going to outbox a Soul late game. Bologna late game isn't the greatest either. Ratatoskr is a little bit risky. If he gets to the back lines and is allowed to, then he will be able to do a lot. But if he isn't, then Loki will be more effective because he can basically one-shot someone. Which Ratatoskr has more issues with, since he can't go invisible. Although you do have the knock-up on the Ratatoskr ult. And it's pretty even. Found him. Let's see if I can stun him. Yes, that will be a stun to save the Karen's life. And he will be able to survive that Loki engagement. I knew he was going to go for the Karen because he was half HP. And since I kinda spotted him with my basic, I hit 2 of the basics on him while he was invisible. Was able to confirm a lot of the damage. And more importantly, my stun with my 3 as he ulted Karen, preventing that follow-up basic attack to come out from the enemy Loki. So that was a good engagement for us, and as you can see, we picked up 2 afterwards. We have the Honor, we have the Zeus, as well as the Loki, so definitely a good one for us. I don't really need the mana buff. I prefer the red, if I can get it, of course, but I feel like the blue buff doesn't do as much for me since I already have the Jotuns, which already provides 20%. You're gonna get 10% additional from the buff, but nah, that's fine. Let's see if I can spot him. I don't really want to fight him if he's stealthed. He still hasn't gotten his ultimate back up yet, but I still don't really would like to fight him too much. Let's see if I can zone out them a little bit. Actually, a nice shot at the Zeus, and Purification Beads forced out. He actually flees instead of focusing me. I don't think he would have been able to kill me though, even with a 2-1 combo. To confirm the damage, because the red buff just spawns, so it would have taken a couple of the chain lightnings. Missed the stun on the Honor. It is going to be another relic. Let's see if we can help out the Noir. It does look like I'm too late to try and help, but I will be able to pick up Soul because she used everything to get our Noir. Not going to let her get away from that one. I could also have focused the Honor, but I feel like that if there was an opportunity to try and save the Noir, I definitely needed to take that. I could also have gone for the Honor, but then you'll still have to deal with the Soul. Maybe it would have been better, so if I went for the Honor and killed him quickly, I would have had enough time to rotate to the right side to kinda cut off Soul's path to try and get back to their, well, tower or just their side of the map. Not sure how that would have turned out, but since the Noir was in trouble, I wanted to try and help her. Didn't work, but yeah, it's fine. Looks like Loki's going to go invisible again. He's going to use his decoy. Doesn't look like he wants to engage with the Soul here as well. I don't want to engage either. That's also why I didn't go too aggressive on him. Because if someone is waiting in the jungle to try and help out, I would not want to be fighting. I don't want to be fighting 2 at this stage. I am quite fat, to be honest. But with a nice combination of ultimates, I can still die, even though I do have Purification Beads. Ooh, I missed that one. Took a little bit of damage from the Zeus ult. Won't be an issue. Nice engagement by the Bologna. Let's see if I can dunk down. That's going to be 1 and 2 kills. Very quickly picked up after my ultimate. The ultimate on itself was enough for Zeus. And a couple of basic was enough for Honor. So as you can see, a lot of damage in general. Oh, I missed again. I suck. Nice slow on the Soul, and I will be able to confirm the stun, and that's going to be a kill. A lot of damage from a Fafnir as well. Maxed out his 1, so he's going to be able to deal a lot of damage with that. And his bleed is enough. Stun lasted long enough for me to stun as well. Let's see. Oh, I couldn't squeeze in between. I tried to get close to the Ymir to try and kind of run around him to avoid his freeze, because he was trying to freeze in front of him after the stun, of course. Wasn't able to squeeze in between and was just barely inside the range. So I wasn't able to avoid that stun, but we were able to pick him up. Looks like Fafnir is going to be picked up by the Honor ultimate. Couldn't really do anything to help him out with that, to be honest. Fafnir should have backed up a little bit more, because when he started backing, his ultimate wore off, so he actually got stunned for duration, and in that stun, Honor used his ultimate. So if Fafnir moved back more, I think he would have survived that, but that's just something that you need to make sure that you back off far enough if you're Fafnir or if you're Dragon, or back quickly enough so you don't get stunned by the ultimate. That's something you need to be aware of if you use the ultimate as Fafnir, especially early game, because if you have your ultimate at rank 1, it lasts for I think 20 seconds, and without any cooldown reduction you won't even be able to, well, I think you'll be able to just barely use your abilities twice while you're in your dragon form, so that is something that you need to take into consideration. Let's just go for the Gold Fury. Okay, let's not go for the Gold Fury. 10 minutes and 1 second and they already surrendered. I can understand why. The 6k down, they already lost the tower on the right side. They would have lost the Gold Fury guaranteed, because I could have zoned or just bursted it quickly with the help of Chiron and Fafnir. Also, we were a lot of kills ahead. Left tower was quite low as well, and as you can see, a lot of damage on our team. The enemy team has a decent amount of damage as well. They were just not able to survive as well as we were. For that matter, I feel like we have a little bit more mobile team than they do. Ymir, very immobile. Zeus, very immobile. Those two gods need to be positioned very, very well if you want to survive. Which is difficult because I can just dive the backline quite easily with my ultimate. As well as Bellona, she can do exactly the same. If you look at our team, every single one has a dash or a leap. Except for Nuwa, but Nuwa can take into the sky, get her out of the fight for a good amount of time. As well as she has an invisibility, which is nice. I feel like they just weren't able to get rolling early game well enough. And we were, so I guess that's fine. I was quite fat, as you can see, 8.8k gold. The one with the highest farm was the enemy Loki, who was farming alone in one lane the entire game. Who likes Loki? Nobody does, I guess. But the later the game goes, Loki does more damage. But since he didn't get to that late game, we won't be forced to deal with an annoying fat Loki that's going to one-shot you if you get ulted by him. So I guess that's a good thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. For tomorrow, I'll make sure that I'll have at least a little bit longer of a video. But for now, this is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any requests, please let me know down in the comments. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.